Cool. Welcome to DeyTips. This is a different format. I've got my brother on the channel who I've never had on my channel before. Actually, no, I have had you on the channel before.
We when?
We done a short movie.
Oh yeah,
a few years ago. If you guys haven't
Stones.
seen that, then check that out. It's going to be in the description down below. Because this channel predominantly, obviously, is about marketing for entrepreneurs, business owners. But every now and again, we do some creative stuff once or twice a year. And some of you know, because some of you follow me on Instagram. The majority of you do not. So I started a podcast with my brother, Reckless Demeanor. We're not really talking about business. Well, we're talking about everything really, life, opinions, having a laugh, all of those kinds of things. So if you're interested in that, I will leave a link to our YouTube channel in the description. And yeah, Reckless Demeanor has just dropped his first EP, his first kind of project that he's pieced together. So he's featured me on it as well. So I'm going to play a little bit of it in this video. Hopefully he doesn't copyright strike me.
I ain't scared of peas.
Because I'm still his older brother, so if he copyright strikes me,
it's gonna be a problem,
then I might have to strike him. Because even though he's big now, still have to put him in his place. So yeah, let me know, guys, what you think of the EP. Take a listen, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. But I wanted to speak about like a number of things really. Firstly, marketing, because obviously this channel is all about marketing. I wanted to speak about how you are planning to market just yourself as a brand on social media, what your strategies are and what you've seen success with so far.
So I'm still really like, marketing is still like my weak point in terms of music. I'm still trying to work in it, but I think one of the things that I've started to realize about like the last couple months in terms of marketing is like, what's most important is about building a brand. So it's like having something that's recognizable that you can people know you for, kind of thing. So it's like whether that's your clothes, whether that's like the style of music, the format like you do. So like one of the things I'm doing right now is like freestyles on Instagram. So it's like like I'll drop a freestyle maybe like 2-3 times a week. I'm in the same kind of format, in the same kind of like style, and it's created like it's like a segment, isn't it? And then it's something that people can look forward to every week, and that kind of creates, it's a snowball effect. So once you start doing, it's like episodes that people start looking forward to. It's like, for me, branding was like a big part of the marketing, and once you create a brand, it's a lot easier to like have uniformity when you're pushing yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think I get asked sometimes about like marketing for people who are musicians or artists or whatever, and I always say that you have to kind of, if it's your career and you're like, this is what I want to do, or you want to become known for it, you have to kind of like be creating content. And I think we've had this discussion like off camera as well, but like having your projects or your albums, your singles, your whatever is great, but having that kind of content coming out on a regular basis. So if you're a singer, rapper, whatnot, it's like, can you kind of produce something on a fly more consistently? And then obviously you'll work on the projects later on down the line, but then the miniature content that you're putting out on YouTube or on Instagram or whatnot, that is what's building the fan base.
Exactly.
And then when you have the main project, it's that fan base that will push it out further and get known. But not only that, but the mini content that you put out, that might actually get seen by the right kinds of people. So I think a lot of people get caught up into followers numbers and how do I build my followers and stuff like that, where it's not necessarily about followers per se, it's more just about creating the content.
Exactly.
Then that could be seen. It could be 100 people or 1,000 people. And I think sometimes I've done a video actually on my Instagram last week about about followers and why people are focusing too much on that, but also how viewers are real people. So if 300 people have watched your thing, and that's 300 real people.
Yeah,
and it only takes one of those 300 people to be someone of influence who can be like, "Rah, do you know, I'm gonna." It doesn't have to be huge. It could be like, okay, I want to play this song in my office next week because I really like it, and they might be playing it in the office because they liked it because they heard your content, and one person in the office says, "Oh, who is that? Oh, that's this guy I found on Instagram. Oh, do you know what? That's really cool." And then now she starts playing it to someone else, and it becomes and then eventually someone, a record label or someone who wants a song for a movie hits you up, and it's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've definitely realised that, because like there's a lot, especially I'm not mad big yet, but there's a lot of people that have maybe 1,000 more followers than me, but I get a lot more opportunities than them, like simply because I just have more content out. So it's like if I post 10 videos in a month and someone else only posts one and their video gets 1,000 views, but each of my videos is getting 300 views, it's just more numbers, there's more people are sharing it, and it's just also people are just like knowing you and they're seeing you more. So I get a lot of like different, just working with different people and simply based on content. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Talk to me about going live on Instagram as an artist, because I had this conversation with a friend of mine who is a artist and she's trying to progress, and I was giving her the same advice in terms of have that miniature content.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of artists, they want to be, they're religious about a particular platform. So they want to build their YouTube, or they want to build their Instagram, or they for whatever reason they want to build one platform. And I always say to them, be native. Okay. So if you're on Instagram, don't try and make every post be a 1 minute version of your 3 minute cover on YouTube, or your 3 minute song on YouTube. Like, actually create content that lives on Instagram and build a following there, and then YouTube, build a following there, and some people will cross over. And it doesn't mean you can't do the odd post that is just this is go to my Insta or go to my YouTube. But as a rule of thumb, you want the people who are on Instagram or on Instagram because they want to be on Instagram. So if you're creating content that's for Insta, then you're going to win.
Yeah.
And the same with YouTube. People don't really want to, oh man, I'm on Instagram now. And even when you're on Instagram and someone leaves a link to like YouTube, unless it's the swipe up thing,
it's long term.
It's like, you go in and it's like the browser.
It's not even the YouTube
app, and then you have to. It's just a struggle.
It's a process, yeah.
So keeping them on the platform and building brand is key, and Instagram have a lot of features. We had Montel B on the channel. I'll leave her links in the description down below to that video.
That video. It's a great video.
Yeah, she knows her stuff, and we was talking about like Instagram, and they have loads of different features. IGTV, they now came out with Reels. They've got you can do 1 minute videos, image videos, carousel videos to kind of push your message out there.
Yeah.
So, and they have the feature of live. So talk to us about how you've been using lives to help to kind of grow your brand.
Yeah, lives have honestly been the biggest like way of growing for me in the last couple of months. Because it's kind of like doing like for me, I kind of use lives. I started off like jumping on other people's lives, so like a lot of, especially during quarantine, a lot of like bigger artists and like producers and DJs and stuff were doing like talent shows. So it's like the biggest one was like Charlie Sloth, and then like some people like Fumes, the engineer, and like Hardest Bars, and a lot of people in the industry were doing live streams on Instagram, and going on their lives was like it was wicked, because it was like it's so easy to get in, and it's just literally just it's like video calling like a ridiculous one of your idols, but so quickly, and it's something that not a lot of other it's hard to do in other scenarios. So it's good. You just jump on, and then once you're in there, people can just click on your Instagram page and follow. So it's like once I saw a lot of people doing that, I was like, alright, let me start doing my own lives, and it's been great for branding, because it's kind of like you're following. And the people that are with you, it's just like they get to see you in like the natural form, like no editing, no sort of like jump cuts or anything. It's just like people are just with you. People can ask you questions, and like it takes its own form, and it takes its own life form. So lives are really dope. I think it's good to I need to start getting like a schedule live, because I'm realizing once you like the same thing about content. Once people are realizing and noticing, seeing you in a certain place, like every week or like whenever it is, people like start to log on. But yeah, lives are a great way of supporter interaction. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, from a marketing standpoint as well, whenever someone is live that you're following, they're seen in the store. That's the same place where the stories
Yeah.
go. I'll probably leave a screenshot somewhere. So the same place where the stories go, but the people who are live come up first.
Yeah.
So you're kind of taking up prime real estate when you're going
Yeah.
live, and so all of your fans see that you're live. But also, if someone jumps on your live, so yeah, when someone is watching you live, they can request to come on live too. And if they request to come on live, then their fans can see that they're live as well. So it kind of helps to create that viral effect.
Yeah.
So it's good, and I think what a lot of people are missing out in the early days of growing their Instagram is kind of that interaction
Exactly.
with people. And at the end of the day, like what I say a lot on my YouTube channel is your viewers or your subscribers, your followers, they're real people. And if they feel like they know you, or if they do know you, if you're actually interacting with them, and if you have a guest on who also has similar fans to you, and you're both live, then that can kind of do wonders.
It does.
Your brand.
What you said about interacting with your audience is very important as well, because when I first started posting videos, even like responding to comments, that's another big thing. It's like I try to respond to every single comment I get, and one, it's good for the algorithm as well, because if like 20 people comment and I comment back to all of them, it's 40 comments on my thing, and then people like my comment, and it's like it just creates more interaction under my post. And also it's like when people feel like they're respected and feel like their support is valued, they'll keep on doing it, and they'll keep on doing it more, and it's very important. And yeah, that's the lives as well. So I was going to say that after you finish the lives, you can save them, and it just creates more content, which is another like great form of just creating more content, because you go live for an hour, and then literally as soon as you finish, you just post it up onto your main story, and then that means all the people that wasn't able to see it live, they can still see it, and then you just got an hour's worth of content that you just didn't really need to do much for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a key takeaway as well. Is if you are going live, think about if you want that content to live on your main feed as well. I think it's good. A lot of people are kind of fussy about the content that they put on their feed. They want it to look a certain way and stuff, but I always think get the content out there, and that's the main thing really, because I mean it depends. If you're like selling clothes or something, then you kind of want it to look a certain way to a certain extent, but not if it's going to stunt your
growth,
productivity, and actually putting stuff out there. So let's speak about because there was one suggestion I had for you on Instagram specifically, which was lyrics, because I think with rap as well, not everybody always understands, or they might miss a certain lyric or a certain bar that might have certain meaning to it. So I recommended was to kind of like utilize different formats, because obviously video is great, and I do a lot of video as well on Instagram, but having different formats of videos will help you to reach different audiences, different people potentially. So my recommendation was to kind of put your lyrics on an image, either Canva or something like that, and just put maybe one of your lyrics on an image, and then posting that on Instagram. And yeah, what are your thoughts around that? Have you tried it yet? Or
I have. It was more the editing. That's what I started. I'm started learning how to make it look properly, like make it look good, and make it in a system where I can do it like constantly. So yeah, I've started to learn how to do it on like Premiere Pro, so like doing lyric versions of my songs, so it's like people can follow the lyrics down. But yeah, I think it's good because it's just people like what they can see in it. People like to see stuff, especially with music, and with rap, because you're saying like it's lyric based, and not everyone always gets it. So it's good to see, and yeah, especially like lyric videos as well. Like no one wants to just see a black screen, or just always you see your face. Sometimes they just like to see like different things. So yeah, it's definitely a great idea.
Yeah, because I think my recommendation for growing on a platform is to make use of every element that they have. It's kind of like having a room. So being on Instagram, I see it as like being in a room. So imagine Instagram's giving you your own room and you're only using one section of the room.
Yeah.
Whereas they've given you the whole room, and you want to grow, but you're only using one section. So if you're only doing video, you're only using one section. If you're only doing images, then you're only using one section. You want to kind of try and see how you can use that whole room to your advantage. So you want to be creating videos, pictures, carousels, using IGTV, using reels, but using them in a way that is kind of authentic to that platform as well.
Yeah.
So reels is kind of coming up like TikTok. They're kind of basically just ripping off TikTok.
Yeah.
But when you look at like the kind of videos that are being uploaded to Reel or uploaded to TikTok, it's kind of like can you alter your content in a way that will fit that platform? So when someone's kind of scrolling through Reels and looking through the Reel videos, will they look at yours and be like, nah, that's not what that's not what I came here to watch? Or would it be like, rah, he's doing something like similar to what these other videos are, but it's still you kind of thing. So yeah, let's speak a little bit. I mean, I might get you back on the channel. We'll see if because I think like maybe in like a couple of months or so we'll because I know you're growing quite rapidly on Instagram.
We're trying.
What about the other platforms? Do you have any other platforms that you're kind of really pushing at the moment, or are you just mainly focused on Insta?
Yeah, kind of like you said, being native. So I'm really pushing it. Insta's like my home, but obviously YouTube is where like the listening value is, and Spotify. So it's like YouTube. I'd always if someone wants to listen to my music, I'll always be pushing my YouTube channel. So I'm always trying to keep that like looking good and like uploading content. But if someone wants like Instagram's kind of like my CV, so it's like if someone wants to know like me as an artist, that's what I'm pushing. But also I'm gonna be like TikTok. I think is the new thing that's about to be blowing up. So definitely gonna start uploading a lot more content on TikTok. And yeah, I think Snapchat is also a good use as well for more like that's more for like personal stuff, but like with fans. So it's like it's a good way of if someone has you on Snapchat, they're a lot more likely to post and repost and comment and stuff like that. So I think it's not a lot of people are using Snapchat as a business. A lot of people are using it personally. So I think Snapchat is another pretty good tool.
So let's speak more about like before we wrap up about the inspiration behind the project. So you got some interesting songs on there.
Yeah.
What was your kind of like inspiration for this particular project? Why did you name it what you did?
Okay, so it's called Keep Me in Your Prayers. And yeah, like as we spoke about in the podcast a lot, like we have like grew up in the church a lot, and the whole concept of praying and yeah, like communicating with God was a big part of like my life and our life as kids and even now as in adolescents and adults. So it's just it was something that's very important in my life, and it was something that throughout this journey I was doing a lot of introspection and like looking out, looking through my life and looking like at the present and the future and kind of like weighing up how I got to where I am. And throughout that time, I was always like, all right, let me keep grounded. How do I keep myself grounded while I'm looking for answers? And it was always through prayer. I was like, so keep me in your prayers, guys. Like, keep praying for me. And yeah, it's the message that kind of runs through the whole content of the catalog. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
What would you say is your favorite song on the EP?
Father's Son right now. But to be fair, my process for like picking the songs was every song needs to be my favorite song for a little while. So every song on the EP has been my favorite song for like at least a month. And then I was like, when we put on the EP. But right now it's Father's Son because that's like that took a lot out of me. Or maybe the intro, but yeah, Father's Son.
And yeah, you speak a lot about like just your life. Well, our lives
Our
as
life.
well.
Yeah.
So what made you kind of like want to put that on a track and not just go down the route of, I just want to make a summer hit?
It's just, I feel like music for me, it's, even if I wasn't like rapping and trying to make this as a business, I'd always be making music, because it's just, for me, it's like lethargic. It's a good way of like expressing myself and getting what's on my mind. So it's like my goal in music is never really to create like the best sonically sounding song or like the next summer hit, but it's always to just express what I'm feeling, because it's just a way, it's just an outlet for me. But I think any good musician should be able to have the ability to have an outlet and have it as an outlet and make it real, and also have the musical elements to make it like a good song. So I think it was kind of weighing up both of that, but it's definitely just because music is just the way I talk and express myself. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So what's the main thing, someone listening to the EP, what's the main thing like you are hoping for them to get out of it?
I just want maybe encouragement, probably. It's just like like encouragement. A lot of people call me up and be like, man, bro, I didn't even understand, I didn't know that it was like this, I didn't know this about you. It was like really encouraging. And it was like, I want people to understand that no matter what it is, because obviously not everyone's going to relate to everything, and some people are going to have gone through different things, but I feel like the main concept of it was like, no matter what it is that you're going through or what you've been through, it's kind of like just we're all in this together kind of thing. And I speak about that kind of in the last track, Keep Me in Your Prayers, which Sam's featured on, killed the chorus. But yeah, it's kind of just a thing of, man, we're if you got me, I got you kind of thing. And yeah, just keep people going along in this crazy world of life.
Cool. Well, like I said, I've featured on a couple songs. He's taken clips from the podcast that we do. So make sure you guys check out the EP on Spotify. Where else are you?
Everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, just everywhere.
Cool. I'll leave some links in the description, also to his Instagram and so on and so forth. Would love to hear your thoughts, guys, on this interview as well. If you want to see more of this type style stuff, then make sure you do follow us on the It's a Mad Thing podcast. I'll leave links to that in the description. Go and follow that, because that's where we kind of have more of this kind of format style stuff. But I thought I would kind of have an episode here, one, to let you guys know about my brother's EP, and two, to kind of just switch it up a little bit, and do something a little bit different on the channel. But as always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We'd love to know what you guys think and any questions you guys have. But until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.
It's reckless, man. Summer's looking sexy. The grey city turn green. Most of my cousins do music. Guess it's all in the genes.